For my first Let's Play, I wanted to choose a game that holds a very special place in my heart. A game that I have a lot of emotions tied to, and a game that I love very much. A game that I feel is very underrated and deserves more love and attention. This game is Xenoblade Chronicles X. In 2015, when I got this game on release, I was going through some tough emotional times at that time, and this game really just helped me stay positive throughout it. I was going through some new beginnings, new chapters in my life, and that's kind of what this game's all about. You'll learn that as we play through it. This is going to be a casual playthrough on my channel, and what I mean by casual is I am not going to be going for everything. I'm not going to be trying to complete every side quest, trying to get every weapon. I'm just going to be playing through it for the fun of it. The amount of completion that I do does not matter. I'm just going to do what I feel like. So if there's a time when I feel like I'm doing side quests, then that's what I'm going to do. And if I want to progress with the story, that's what I'm going to do. I do plan on actually doing a full-on playthrough of this game later in my channel's lifespan. But since my channel is starting to go through new beginnings, I thought it was only suitable to start with this game. I also chose this game because I am very passionate about it, like I mentioned. I love this game a lot, between the characters, the environments, the music, the battles, the visuals, just everything about this game I love. And I cannot wait to introduce people to this game and bring it to people who have never heard of it or ever seen it before. So without further ado, I present Xenoblade Chronicles X.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The Coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours? You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right? Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move? We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
Alright, so what an introduction. Alright, so Elma tells us a little bit about the minimap here. So basically what went on is that Earth was destroyed. Earth was destroyed in an alien attack. Not only were they attacking us, but they were also at war with each other, so we were more of a casualty. But they caught up with us, so obviously they weren't wanting any survivors. So now we're stranded here on Mira. So what we're going to do, as Elma said, we're going to run forward, just follow the mini-map here. Alright, we see a little bit of wreckage ahead of us. Let's check it out.
Most of the white whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the white whale, do you? You know, the L002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed. Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Alright, so Emma's telling us to draw with R, target with R, and then draw our weapons with A. So we're going to do just that to defend ourselves from this blotta here. So you start off with a ranged weapon, which is our assault rifle here, and we also, if we push X, we get a knife, which is our melee weapon. Brown arts are melee arts, but they don't always use your melee weapon, and yellow weapons are your ranged arts. There we go, took it down.
You're not half bad. There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know. Then you're interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Alright, so let's talk about our avatar here. I named him Cross because that is actually, to my knowledge, the default name for the avatar in this game, and I have actually never used it before. So that's why I wanted to use it in this casual playthrough. And then when it came to the design, I did not show off me actually making Cross here, but this is exactly what I sort of pictured when I heard the name Cross and whenever I thought of this game. So I kind of just ran with it. When it comes to the voice, I gave him the jokester kind of voice because I don't know, I just imagined him being sort of a jokester. So yeah, that's kind of why I just went with that. It's kind of just how I imagined the character Cross being and acting like. So we're going to go forward here, And we see these blue things on the ground, and whenever we get closer, they look like crystals, but they're actually just items. If you are new to the Xenoblade franchise, or if you've only played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, then this will look a little unfamiliar. Because in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, this is not how you collected items. You collected items at certain spots. But in Xenoblade 1 and in Xenoblade Chronicles X, you actually just collect them through these crystal things on the ground. Now, our goal here is to actually just progress further, but I'm going to take a little bit of time just to raise my level. But I don't want you guys to just, spend 10 minutes watching me attack and not get any progress toward where we're supposed to go. So I'm actually going to meet you guys in the same location whenever I'm around level 3. So I will see you guys then. Alright, we are back, and as you can see, I am actually almost to level 4. Our weapon rank is at rank 5. So yeah, there we go. I feel a little bit more comfortable moving on now. So again, we're just going to go straight here. Although I would like to go collect that item over here, so we're going to swim over here really quick. Just grab that. Alright. I tend to like to go out of my way to grab those things. Not all of them, like, I'm not going to go get that one all the way back there, but if there's one, close enough to me that I can take 10 extra seconds to go get, I will. Alright, so we're just going to go forward here. And, alright, so we've got two blotters here that we're going to have to take out because they are blocking our way. You can see that they actually were alerted to our presence because they have eyes and a lightning bolt next to their level. And the lightning bolt means that they are attracted to sound. So if you run right next to them, they will be alerted. And the eye means that if they see you, they will be alerted. So be careful. So you see that Cross and Elma are actually yelling out different things, and they're actually color-coded because of basically, what they need. So like right now, Cross called out something in green, which basically means he needed healing. If something is brown, that means melee attack is needed. If something is yellow, a ranged attack is needed. If something is purple, just like this new art right here, that means that they need that, of course, and you can sort of get the gist of that. So we have this right here. Let's do Slit Edge, and we have Infuriate, which basically just draws an aggro. If you don't know what aggro is, that means basically which party member that your enemy is focused on.
Everybody okay? Don't make me haul my butt home solo.
We're all fine, thanks to you.
And also, as you saw, we got some new arts. We got Chrome Armor for our knife, and basically, whoever I choose to apply that to will get increased physical defense. We got Infuriate, which I mentioned, will draw aggro. And we also got Slit Edge, which is a melee weapon for our knife.
Oh yeah, I love
And we
getting
leveled up.
stronger.
So now, we are actually level 4 here. And before I progress, I just want to say, one thing I love about this game is just the open world and how it looks and sort of the vibe you get with the music. The cutscene that is about to play ahead is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game, and I really want you to just experience it for what it is. As those weird-looking animals just pass through the camera. That's fine, I'm just explaining something, just no need to interrupt. Gosh. But yes, I would like you just to enjoy the moment that's about to happen, because it was a very, very memorable moment for me. So, without further ado, here we go.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this. wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together. We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home. Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Alright, and then Elma just tells a little bit about... Elma tells us a little bit about sprinting, which we already know. Just to auto run, or just that you push down the left stick there, and then that'll get you into sprint mode. So, like she said, we can just jump down here to get there. There's a little bit more dangerous enemies there, or we can just follow the high road, which is what we're gonna do. But we can see the habitat unit right there. It says United States on it, so maybe this is one of those arcs that launched from the United States. Which city? We don't know yet. We'll go find out. Alright, so we got an area discovered here, so we're just going to be following this path all the way around to get to where we need to go. Alright, but just like earlier, I am going to be just defeating a lot of enemies, but I'm not gonna stop the recording just to fight them. I'm gonna show it because it's actually on our way to where we need to go, unlike earlier. Alright, we use the chrome armor here.
Appendix destroyed. Two of them still trying.
Alright, we should get him in one more swipe. There we go.
That was closer than anyone wanted.
We got it. Let's move.
Alright, let's take on this one right here.
Okay, it's on. Close in and start counting.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah, now you can waltz right up to them.
Alright, he had stagger inflicted, so then we use topple. In this game, stagger is basically just like break. So if you've played Xenoblade 1 or 2, and you're wondering what stagger is and why there's no break effect, they're basically the same thing. I do not know why they changed it to stagger in this game, but yep, it's just the same thing. But I mean, just look at the wildlife. I mean, with this enemy right over here, the Suids, they kind of look like pigs, so you can see that the developers kind of use their imagination to make an alien like pig, but like this right here, this is definitely not a pig, but it looks really awesome. Alright, I believe that Suid saw us. Yes, it did. So we're going to go ahead and take it out here. Alright, let's get it to focus on us. I like to use Assault Hammer and then Flame Grenade, because if you topple them with Assault Hammer, and then you use a Flame Grenade while they're toppled, it'll do extra damage. So that's really nice to know.
Make me haul my butt home solo.
We're all fine, thanks to you.
Alright, we're actually rank 7 for our weapons now. Alright, so let's take out these suites here.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
This round's gonna hurt.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Alright, we'll answer Elma's call there with a slit edge.
Sliding. Sling 'em.
Infuriate!
Now, melee attacks.
Alright, so we got to focus on us, and then we gave ourselves a little bit of physical defense up there.
Destroyed. Move in and strike.
There are many other weapons in this game besides a knife and assault rifle. These are kind of just the most basic. I actually really enjoy using the assault rifle class though. In my very first playthrough of this game, I actually used that class for most of the game. I did not really use the knife. I did not care for it that much, but yeah, I really enjoyed using the assault rifle. We will probably be using it for a good amount of this playthrough, but I would like to actually give each type of weapon its own time to shine, because they're all very cool. Alright, so we'll use that flame grenade right there, get some extra damage. Slit edge right there. Okay, let's get some defense going on here. And since this one's almost dead, I'm not gonna infuriate it. I'm gonna infuriate this one. Whenever you're playing through this game, you are not limited to just your avatar. You can play as Elma and all of your future party members. I kind of regret not using other characters that much in my first playthrough. You know, I'd have them in my party, but I really wouldn't use them personally. I would always stick with my avatar, and I'm going to try not to do that in this playthrough because each character, like I mentioned, is very unique, and I do love the characters in this game a lot. And also, using other characters will give me a chance to show off other weapon classes without actually changing my own. So that could also be pretty useful. So Elma just got to level 6, so that's really good. So we're just going to keep following the path here. Let's go grab this item. It's kind of in our way there. Alright, we're going to take this guy out. One thing to mention, you cannot actually grab items while in combat. I'll prove that right here. See, you can't get them. So if you're wondering, like, hey Twilight, why aren't you just getting those items while you're in combat? Why don't you just kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Can't do that, unfortunately.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle. Slide. Sling 'em.
Alright, that's 1 down.
Infuriate! Switch edge! Yeah, now you can walk right up to it.
Side slash.
And then whenever it comes to sort of the things that your characters will yell out, you can change those, actually. You can't write your own, obviously. That would take a lot of programming and work, and a lot of voice acting. But you can change between ones that are already pre-made for you. We'll go into that a little bit later. We don't really need to do that now. But it is a pretty cool option to have. Alright, there we go.
We got him. Let's move.
Alright, well, let's go grab this item now. There we go. And we actually got an art, so let's check that out on the next enemy we got. So there's a level 4 up there, so we're going to actually use this blue art. And the blue is an aura art, and they can also kind of just enhance your effects. I usually don't use aura effects that much because they use TP, which I believe that stands for tension points, but don't quote me on that. I never really used these kind of arts in my first playthrough of the game, but as you can see, it's called Recuperate, and basically you can continuously restore HP. But the reason why I didn't really use them that much is because it takes, like, I believe 1,000 TP to revive a fallen teammate, and I was very under-leveled in my first Let's Play. Not first Let's Play, my first playthrough of this game. So I had to revive my teammates quite a bit. So hopefully we won't have that problem in this playthrough, and I can actually utilize those arts to a good effect. But what's nice is that they're giving you arts that really complement each other, like Assault Hammer right into Flame Grenade. You can boost your defense with Chrome Armor and then draw the aggro with Infuriate. It's really quite nice. Alright, took care of that one. Alright, there's level 4 here blocking our way. There we go. He was toppled, so we got that extra damage right there. Let's get him off Elma, and let's have him get mad at us here.
Move in and do some damage.
Okay, Elma wants a melee attack. She's getting a melee attack. And you saw, we actually healed with that. So sometimes whenever you actually answer their calls, I don't know if it happens every time you do or not. You will actually get just a little bit of health healed, which can be really nice when you're in a tough situation. That has actually saved my butt in a couple battles that I've had, so yeah, don't underestimate that ability and use it to your advantage. Alright, and we leveled up. We are now level 5. 1 level under Elma. So even though we're okay right now, there's a level 23 up there that if it sees us, it's going to attack because it has the eye. Be careful as you're actually roaming about in the game, you know, once you get after the tutorial, because there'll be enemies that can be like level 90 and they'll just show up and beat you. So please be careful. That is kind of just a thing of the Xenoblade franchise, though that happens in every game, and honestly I quite enjoy it just because it adds sort of a sense of danger to the game. But yeah, always be careful whenever you're roaming about, just in case if something like that tends to stumble in your way. But this game is not very harsh if you die. You basically lose nothing. You don't lose experience or any items. All you do is just respawn at the last location that you visited. So it's really nice, and it really just encourages exploration because of that. One thing to mention, right after that really cool cutscene that I mentioned, Elma said, you know, you could just jump down and you could survive the fall. I didn't explain why she said that. That's actually a hint towards something in this game. There is no fall damage. So, again, that really complements the fact that this game is heavily based on exploration, because you can jump from any height, and I mean any height, and take absolutely no damage. So that is quite nice, because fall damage in RPGs can be, you know, quite the burden. So, the reason why I'm fighting all of these enemies is just in case if there's going to be a battle ahead. You never know whenever there's going to be a battle. Of course I do, because I played this game. But if you're playing it for your first time, you don't know when a battle is going to arise, and you always want to be prepared for it. So that is why I'm just kind of, you know, grinding up a bit, getting my levels up. Yeah, I'm doing this. So now later on in the game, I actually plan on streaming just grinding. So if I ever need to get up a level or two or increase the sort of rank I'm at for my weapons, I may just stream that instead of make an actual episode, because episodes I want to be focused on either story or side quests or doing something that isn't repetitive, if that makes sense. So, yeah, excuse me. I plan on doing that. So, how about we go closer to this habitation unit and see what lays in store for us.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The White Whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the West Gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside. Grexes. Riled. We can't leave them roaming here. Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Alright, remember when I was talking about a battle? Yeah, it was this one. I don't want to tie in it, so that's kind of why I grinded up a bit. My first time playing through this game, I think I barely beat this little ambush here. So I just wanted to be prepared for it. Okay, so we're going to take care of this Elder Grex. I just want to say, I don't really know why, but I love the design of Grexes. They're one of my favorite wildlife creatures on Mira. I don't know why, they just seem so intimidating but so cool at the same time. Alright, so we got him to focus on us here. Let's actually use this aura to just gain a little bit of health. Alright, he's staggered, but I can't inflict topple yet. And the stagger's gone, so I'll go ahead and use the flame grenade for some extra damage. Okay, let's get him to focus on us. We almost have chrome armor available. And Elma just completely took him out.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
All right. So let's go ahead and approach this habitat unit here. Let's try to get inside. Elma mentioned an elevator to the left, and she said that the gate was actually closed for security reasons. So maybe that was because of, I don't know, maybe some wildlife, kind of like what we just took down. Who knows? But we're gonna go towards this stairwell over here. So we're starting to see other people in the human civilization here. Feel a little bit more at home. Here's the elevator she was talking about. So let's go ahead and activate it. So whenever we were at Starfall Basin, which is the place where Elma found us, you know, we went through there and eventually got to that cutscene I mentioned that I really, really liked. I really like cutscenes that just introduce you to areas, especially with the music that sort of enhances them. Just because, I don't know, they just really give me the chills and set off a really good vibe for me. And we are about to experience another one of those cutscenes. So, before this cutscene occurs, I just want to go ahead and sign out because that's going to be the end of this video. So guys, thank you so much for coming to my first episode of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys hit that like button. I am messing up everything I'm saying. I hope you guys hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you feel so inclined to join the Aegis army, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. I would really, really appreciate it, guys. And I'm going to see you all next time. So, this is TwilightAegis signing out. Peace.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.